right, well, Garen wasn't that impressed, Rob. Were there any players that stuck out?
There were a few, Jen. I must say, you do have to take the conditions into account. A lot of people were tweeting me after the game because, I do ratings out of 10 for each Springbok player, and a lot of people said I'd rated some of them too high and that I should have been handing out a series of 3s. And I said, that's perhaps a slightly over-emotional take on things. You have to take conditions into account. They were absolutely vile. A lot of the players were saying they never played in conditions so bad. The weather was completely unseasonal. You don't expect such torrential rain, this early in the summer, if you like, on the Highveld. So the Boks were sort of, and Heineken had also picked a side that was geared for a dry weather game, which they fairly rightly, I think, anticipated ahead. I don't think even the weather forecast suggested that much sort of a freak deluge, if you like, which just completely changed the landscape. That's not really a defence. I must say that some very frustrating errors were made. But a few players who stood out, I thought Dwayne Vermeulen put in a very sort of error-free game, shall we say. I didn't see him knock on too often. I thought he was pretty assured in everything he did. Francois Louw was the official man of the match, and quite rightly probably, because I thought he won a lot of key turnovers and slowed down a lot of ball on the deck. He did his job, and of course he plays for Bath, which is a rather appropriate name, considering the amount of rain that fell. So he's used to those sort of harsh sort of northern hemisphere type conditions, if you like. And then I thought behind the scrum, Garen, someone like Willie Leroux, very pleasing performance at fullback, very assured with his hands. He also dropped a couple of balls. I think every fullback would have dropped a few balls on a night like that, where it was a cake of soap. But I thought Willie put up showed another facet to his game, that he's not just this mercurial runner, he can defend as well. So a few sort of bright points going forward.